Tonight, we are reading Lobby Hero. Oh, who was it by? I'm sorry.
Kenneth Lonergan.
Thank you. Tonight, playing Jeff.
Nickolaus H. Ewers.
Playing William.
Tyler Bogen.
Playing Bill.
Chris Carlson.
Playing Dawn.
Rachael Schefrin.
The space of a lobby of a middle-income high-rise apartment building in Manhattan and the street outside. The time is the present.
Disgusting mess. Now I want you to clean this shit up, man. Tonight, after you're through with your shift, because I don't want you cleaning up this refuse while you're on duty, man. That's on your time.
Hey, William, give me a break.
No, man.
I'm like the most conscientious guy in this whole building. The rest of these guys are like a bunch of crack addicts and degenerates.
Not for long, they're not.
Not for long. They're a bunch of...
Any man on my command who can't straighten out and fly right is going to get busted, man. I'm giving you guys fair warning. And that means you too, Jeff, man. You're a good man, okay? We're friends and everything. But you're always making jokes. No, listen. Every time I turn around, I'm hearing one joke after another. And it makes me question how serious a person you are.
How else am I supposed to stay awake? Just kidding.
I'm glad to hear that, Jeff, because if I ever catch you or anybody else ever sleeping on a shift, I will fire your ass on the spot. Just like I did last week with Louis Moore over on 58th Street. He was 2 years away from retirement. I found him asleep on his shift, and I stood him up and I ripped the badge right off his shirt. And I'll do the same thing to you. You understand me?
Yes. So it was terrific how they find us. Some coaster time.
He wasn't doing his job, man. Nobody's paying him to take a nap. Now I'm going to ask you again. Why were the cops here?
I told you.
Because if they were here asking to see me, Jeff, I want you to tell me. Even if they told you not to. I want you to tell me. Do you understand?
I didn't ask about you.
Okay.
How should I ask?
It's none of your business, man. See? Always got to be invading somebody's private business.
Hey, get off my back, all right?
Excuse me?
I said, get off my back.
All right.
Okay, I'm not asking. Oh, wait, sorry. See, always got to be invading somebody's private business.
Hey, get off my back, all right?
Excuse me?
I said get off my back. I didn't do anything to you. And this is not even my shit in here. It's Manuel's.
All right, I'm sorry. I got a call. My fucking brothers got picked up by the cops. I don't even want to tell you what for. And I just want to be prepared if the police come around asking about his whereabouts.
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Well, they really weren't here to see you.
All right. It just seemed like a strange coincidence.
I mean, is your brother all right?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him.
I didn't even know you had a brother.
Well, I do.
What did they bust him for? Okay, skip it.
My brother's fucked up. He's always been a fuck up. Always been selfish. Always been wild and selfish. You know the type. Living like a free spirit or whatever you have, what have you, while everybody else is trying to work. You know the type? I mean, I don't know, man. Sometimes you just have to wash your hands of a person because you just got no recompense. You know what I mean there, Jeff? You must know what I mean. You've seen something of the world. I've never seen anything of the world. I've been working for security firms since I was 16 years old. Do you know I'm the youngest captain in the history of this firm? But I'm square, man. You know? I'm square. I'm no fun.
That's very true.
And I will bust your ass, all you guys, if you messed up on my shifts, because I don't let people mess up on my shifts. That's how I got to be the youngest captain in the history of this fucking no-account security firm. I can't believe some of the people they hire, man. Can you? I mean, did you happen to see that that article in the New York Times about security companies in New York City? Guys with long prison records, rapists, murderers, anybody at all who can sign his name, they stick a gun on his waist and then set him up to protect somebody. You want to explain that insanity to me? I personally got rid of these guys, 3 guys they had working for this company, man, because these guys were just out and out criminals. You can't just hire anybody who looks like he can handle a person, you know?
Sure.
Anyway, I'm just rambling. So how's it going with you anyway, Jeff? Everything all right?
Yeah, pretty good. I've been looking for apartments.
Oh, yeah? How's that going?
Pretty good. It's kind of a big step. I saw this one place today that was really nice, but it was a little out of my range. I just don't want to just jump off the edge of a cliff, you know? I still owe my brother a lot of money.
Maybe he'll forgive the debt.
I don't want him to forgive the debt, man. I want to pay him back every cent I owe him, with interest. The hell with that. I'd rather live in that room for the next 5 years if I couldn't pay him back. I'm a reformed character, man. I don't take nothing off of nobody. No thank you, no more.
I can see I've been a very positive influence on you, Jeff.
You have, man. You're a positive inspiration. Hey, you know, I got that book you told me about, the 6 habits of self-motivated people.
Oh, yeah? Did you read it?
Well, I tried to read it.
All right. You know what?
I just couldn't get past the first 2 habits.
Yeah, all right.
I guess I wasn't really that motivated.
All right, never mind.
No, seriously, I actually did try to read it, but I don't usually respond to that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm sure it has good stuff in it. It's just kind of seemed like bullshit to me.
Well, you have to have an open mind.
Yeah, I guess.
And you have to be willing to address some of your own shortcomings. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time.
See, I don't have any shortcomings, so that's probably why I couldn't get into it. I do have a terrific sense of humor, though. That's one thing you can definitely say about me.
Yeah? Keep laughing, Jeff.
I'm just kidding. Maybe it was good. To tell you the truth, I couldn't really focus on it too well. I'm having trouble concentrating on anything I read lately.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
I don't know. I guess I have a lot on my mind these days.
Like what?
Well, my best friend from when I was a kid, my friend Scott, is getting married in a few days, so I've been roped up into arranging this bachelor party we're supposed to give him. So that's distracting.
From what?
What?
Distracting from what, man? All you do is sit here. You have no interests.
I have interests.
No family.
I have a family.
But you have no wife, no children.
Oh, well,
That's what I mean by a family. Somebody you're responsible for.
Well,
You have no ambition, as far as I can see.
I don't tell you everything about myself.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. But that's why I try to get you to improve your mind a little bit and apply yourself to something. Aim a little higher. But I can see it's hopeless. It's a hopeless cause. You're probably intended to be just one of those guys who drifts through life doing one job or another. No plan, no specific intentions of any kind. And one day, you'll wake up in a lobby just like this one, except everybody's going to be calling you Pops. And then you're going to look back and remember, I should have listened to that guy, William. He's the only one that ever took the time to try to encourage me to cultivate my potential. My whole family was content to see me fritter my life away. But that William, man, he really tried to get me to focus my energies a little bit. And doddering, useless, old, unemployed pops doorman that I am, I have to admit he could have been a positive influence on me if I hadn't been such a callous, careless kind of joke-telling, sit on my ass my whole life type of person when I was younger. But I guess that's all right because you're not really trying to climb any higher anyway. You see what I mean?
I just wish to hell you'd stop trying to butter me up all the time. You know, it's embarrassing for the both of us the way you're always coming in here and trying to kiss my ass.
Okay, keep laughing, Jeff, because the Joker laughs last, and the Joker's gonna laugh last at you.
What do you mean? Like the Joker from Batman?
No,
What the fuck are you talking about?
I just mean, like, you know, like the generic Joker. Like the laughing figure of fate or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, sure. That Joker. Everyone's terrified of him.
Go ahead and laugh, Jeff. The Joker laughs last.
I have interests.
I'm glad to hear it.
Just because I don't tell you about it doesn't mean I don't have them.
All right, good.
Anyway, you work here too, man. So what are you getting on my
no,
ass
I
about it
don't.
for? What do you mean, no, you don't? You're working on the graveyard shift.
I'm working with the graveyard shifts because that's the shift everybody messes up, okay? I told Joe Collier I was going to weed out the bad apples in this company, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing on the graveyard shift. Jeff, I'm not just sitting here getting old before my time.
I'm not getting old before
I'm
my
working my
time.
way through the ranks.
Oh, good for you.
And by the time I'm through, I'm going to clean this place up and move up into management. And if they don't want to move me up the way that I deserve, I'm going to go off on my own and set myself up to compete with these bums because I know I could do a better job than with them with my eyes closed.
Okay. Good for you. I was in the goddamn Navy for 3 years.
All right, don't lose your temper.
No, man. Why you gotta come in here and be ragging on me all the time?
Oh, you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
I can take it, but there's a limit. There's a level. I've been busting my ass all year trying to get my shit together.
All right.
You of all people should be encouraging me. I just had a little bit of bad luck. That's all. Anybody can have bad luck.
Didn't you tell me you got kicked out of the Navy for being on guard duty smoking marijuana?
Yeah, but it was bad luck that I got caught. The rest of my friends are still sailing the ocean blue, getting stoned out of their minds. I got high one time, and suddenly I'm out of my ass.
All I'm saying is if you hadn't been smoking that stuff in the first place, you wouldn't have had to be relying on any kind of luck, good, bad, or otherwise. Personally, I believe in giving people a second chance, and I like you. I don't know why I like you, but I do. I regard you as a project. I think you have a lot of potential.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, Jeff, because every human being walking around on this earth has potential, Jeff, including you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Go ahead and laugh. You probably have more potential than the rest of these guys put together.
You think?
Yes, I do. If you really applied yourself, who knows what you might be good at down the road. You can't measure that potential. It's never been measured.
Well, thanks, William. I take that as encouragement.
That's how it's meant. But you can't just...
I always thought I had a lot of potential. I guess I just lost my way a little bit.
That happens to a lot of people, Jeff. But you can't just...
I know, and I'm not blaming anybody else. Seriously. I had a rough time the last couple of years, starting with the goddamn Navy. Do you know from the time I came from home, from the Navy, my old man wouldn't even talk to me? I only went into the Navy to get him off my back. Then I get kicked out.
Why wouldn't he talk to you?
Because he was ashamed of me. That's why. because he was this big Navy guy, because he saved all these guys' lives on his ship when he was like in Korea. Big deal.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually a really amazing story. Ship hits an old mine at 2 o'clock in the morning. 23 guys trapped below decks. Everybody jumps overboard except my old man. He finds a blowtorch, goes below decks in the pitch dark. The ship is going like this, and these guys are screaming for their lives. There's water coming up to his elbows. 2 minutes before the ship goes down, he cuts open the bulkhead. Everybody gets out. 23 guys he saved. Not one of them drowned.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, I know. My whole life, I got to hear this fucking story several times a year, as you can probably imagine, over and over and over again. Every year when I was a kid, they had this big get-together in New Jersey. They sent flowers, cards, whiskey, cigars, and all these old guys and their wives and kids and grandkids crying and kissing my old man and making speeches about what a great guy he is. And I'm like, yeah, because you only got to see the guy once a year for like 3.5 hours at a time. Any of your morons tried living with this guy for just 2 days, you'd throw him in the fucking ocean and you'd drown him yourself. Asshole. Maybe if my ship would have blown up, I would have got a better start in life. Anyway, so naturally when I got kicked out, the guy wouldn't even talk to me. And I don't mean for a few days. I mean, he never talked to me again. And he didn't want my mother talking to me. I got nowhere to live. I bum around like a bum. I got to move in with Marty, which is totally humiliating. My old man dies, thank God.
All right.
I tried to woke up with like a steak playing poker. I turn around, I got the goddamn loan sharks coming after me. I got to borrow $5,000 from my brother to keep from getting my legs broken. I date this girl. It turns out she used to be a prostitute. So, okay, nobody's perfect. Then it turns out she's still a prostitute. Only now she does it on the side, whatever the hell that means. I break up with her. I'm scared I'm going to get AIDS. I can't meet anybody.
Yeah, I get the idea.
And then, William, I come to you, William, and with your beautiful generosity, you give me this job. You take a little interest in me. And look at me now. I'm paying my own rent to Marty, buying my own groceries. I'm looking around for my own place, which will be the first time I had my own home in like 6 years. My own little living room where I can sit and watch TV. A nice little kitchen I can cook my own meals in. Invite a girl over for dinner and be the only one there with her. And I'm a healthy, happy member of the workforce for 9 months straight come Friday. And I'll tell you something else, man. My spirit is okay. I don't have a broken spirit. I just want to stick it out here for at least a year so I can really get that under my belt just for my own, just psychologically.
No, I think that's smart of you.
Yeah. That's what I told myself. At least 1 year, right? Day shift, night shift. I don't care. William, I owe it all to you, so you see, like, you really helped somebody. Now that might just be your good character, but it's my good luck.
Glad to be of service, Jeff. You're doing all right.
Thanks, man. I gotta tell you, I feel pretty good.
All right, man. I should get going on my rounds.
Hey, have you seen that little cop? What's that big shot cop's name?
Who, Bill?
Yeah, Bill. Have you seen his new partner?
Yes.
Can I share something with you? So sometimes I have this fantasy. I'm being tied up and interrogated by all these lady cops. Like, they have me handcuffed to a chair and I'm naked. And they're walking around in nothing but their hats and gun belts.
You know what, Jeff?
And the way that they get to me to talk is by taking turns, doing stuff to me, like sexually arousing me, but only up to a certain point, till I can't take it anymore. I have to tell them what they want to know so I can get some relief.
What in the world makes you think I'd be interested in that, man?
I don't know. Think that little cop would be interested? Maybe she'd find it titillating. You know? Sexy?
I have no idea. But if I were you, I'd just forget about that whole thing because she'll just end up making you feel small.
Why would you say that?
Because whatever you do, you're just an imitation cop, and she's a real cop. And if you get involved with some lady policewoman, it is a sure bet you're going to end up feeling outranked and outclassed.
I always feel that way. My last girlfriend was a toll booth collector, and she intimidated the shit out of me. At least if I was going out with a cop, I feel, somewhat safe.
Go ahead and laugh, man. You know what's going to happen to you?
Yeah, I know. The Joker's gonna get me. What's the matter, man? You worried about your brother?
Yeah, I'm pretty worried.
So, but what did he do? What's the matter? You can tell me.
It's not a question of that, Jeff.
I'm not gonna say anything. Maybe I could be helpful. Maybe I could give him some special insight into the workings of the fuck-up mind.
I'm sure you could.
That's okay. I don't want to... I just want to offer my services as a friendly person. That's all. But if it's too private, I understand. No pressure. I don't take it, I don't take it personally or anything.
All right. I should get going.
Hey, maybe you should run upstairs and see Mrs. Heinvold for a few minutes before you take off. She's looking unbelievable lately.
No, thanks, Jeff.
Come on, man. I think a little visit to Mrs. Heinvold might be just what you need.
I don't think my wife would appreciate that too much, man.
All right. I hope your brother's all right.
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll be here.
I know you will, Joe.
William walks out. Jeff is left alone in the lobby. He locks the door, goes to his station, picks up his paperback novel and starts reading. Gets bored, looks up and stares off into the long night ahead. Scene 2. Late the next night, Jeff is in the lobby. 2 uniformed police officers, Bill, around 30, and Dawn, early 20s, are on the street outside. Jeff cannot hear them.
Take it easy, will you? Just take it easy.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm a little bit shook up, you know?
Hey, that is totally natural. I'd be worried if you weren't a little shook up, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Just want you to know you handled yourself pretty good back there.
Yeah? I mean, it's no big deal.
You kept your head. You took control of the situation. You did exactly what you had to do. Okay? You were great.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
So, but is there really gonna be like an inquiry?
Yeah, but don't worry about that.
But what do they usually do? I mean, do they?
Yeah, they're gonna go down to the trial. You're gonna go down to the trial room. They ask you what happened. They ask me what happened. They read your report. They read my report. Then they say, okay, thanks, that's it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, that guy's going to be fine. I mean, I personally wouldn't have hit him quite that hard, but that's a judgment call, you know? Plus, the fact is, if I hit him that hard, he'd probably be dead right now.
Yeah, well, for a minute there, I thought he was dead, you know?
Believe me, the guy is fine. Don't worry about it. Besides, he totally had it coming.
You told me you gotta, establish yourself.
Absolutely, no questions about it. I don't think there's an officer in the division, male or female, wouldn't have done the exact same thing the exact same way. Only probably not as good.
Thanks. That means a lot, coming from you.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, that's all.
What did I ever do to deserve such high praise?
You? Only nothing.
Seriously?
What did you do? Come on.
You like the way I handle myself.
Slightly. Yeah.
But what did you think of me? Seriously now. What do you think of me? Seriously now. What do you think of me?
Well, I think you're the most dedicated person I have ever met.
Now, don't butter me up.
I think you're the best cop I ever saw.
No shit.
Well, don't ask me questions if you don't want a straight answer. I don't fuck around. You want to know something? All you got to do is ask me. You want a lot of bullshit? You can go talk to Lieutenant Finelli or whatever his fucking name is.
You don't like Bob Finelli.
Ugh, I don't care. He can talk shit if he wants. I don't care.
So, I'm the best cop you ever saw.
You heard what I said. You also got a swelled head the size of, something really big. I don't know. But you're the kind of cop I'd like to be, and that's the truth.
No, you're full of crap.
No!
All those guys been filling your head with a lot of shit. So don't pay too much attention to any kind of flashy stories you might have heard about me. You know, last month when I got my commendation, now that's the 5th year in a row I got that commendation. So what? I'm finally out on the list to get my gold shield. These guys are running around Jerry McAllen's house saying shit about me, calling me super cop. And Frank Hall, gives me this t-shirt with one of them photographs. You get the photograph and you put it on the t-shirt.
Yeah.
And they had this t-shirt made up with my head on a picture of Superman. Underneath it says Super Bill. But this is bullshit.
I don't think it's bullshit.
Okay, tough guy. What are you smiling like that for?
I don't know.
What are you turning away for?
I'm not turning away.
What are you, flirting with me?
No.
You're flirting with your partner.
No.
That's against the law, you know.
No, it's not. I'm not doing it. God, but it's not against the law if it was.
Any more of this and I'm gonna sue your ass for sexual harassment.
Yeah? Right. I think it's a little late for that.
All right. I'm going to go up and see my friend Jim for a few minutes, and then we're going to get back to work. Then, after we sign out, we'll go get ourselves a little drink. If you want. If not, I totally understand.
I'll get a drink.
All right. Good. Now straighten up and try to behave yourself. Good looking.
Oh, I'll try.
Evening, guys.
I'm just going up to 22J. You don't have to call up.
Sorry, officer. Officer. I just get your autograph here?
You want my autograph?
If you don't mind.
All right. So do you know who I am?
I don't know. I've seen you around. Who are you?
You just told me you wanted my autograph.
Oh, no. I just meant you could sign in my book here. I was just using an amusing form of words.
I'll be down in a few minutes.
Actually, officer, I'm sorry. If you could just sign in, that'd be.
Don't worry about it. It's all right.
How you doing?
Good.
Busy night?
Not so busy.
Things have really been hopping around here. Gotta tell you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my God. I haven't had a minute to sit down. People coming in the lobby, people going out of the lobby, elevator going up, elevator going down, thoughts flying in and out of my head. It's been crazy.
Maybe you better just slow it down.
How can I?
I don't know.
Hey, can I ask you something, officer?
Yeah?
Do you know why the New York City cops changed from the light blue shirts to the dark blue shirts recently? Like a couple years ago?
No? Why?
No, I'm not saying like, do you know? And then I like tell you the answer. I'm really asking because I thought you might know.
Oh. No. I don't.
But remember how a long time ago, like when we were kids, the police uniforms used to be all dark blue. And then around like the 1980s, I guess, they switched to the dark blue pants and a light blue shirt. And then recently they switched them back to the dark blue pants and a dark blue shirt again. What I always wondered was, did they throw out all the old dark blue pants when they did that? Or did they just like throw out the light blue pants, like the light blue shirts, and then get dark blue shirts that match the old dark blue pants? So they wouldn't have to buy all new pants, because that would be quite a savings.
I have no idea.
If you think about it, you could be wearing pants right now that were being worn by some lady cop in 1975, if you think about it. Except I guess the women police officers didn't wear pants back in 1975. I don't mean they didn't wear pants, like they were they were walking around in their underwear. I just mean I think they were still wearing skirts back then, weren't they? I know I'm blathering. I'm just completely in love with you. Can I just say that?
Okay, take it easy.
No, I am, man. I see you go by a lot over the last few weeks, and I just think you are it, man. I'd do anything if you would just give me the time of day.
Okay.
It's not just because I'm intrigued by the feminine mystique of the female cop.
All right.
I don't mean any disrespect.
Oh, of course not.
Your generation of lady cops are like pioneers, as far as I'm concerned. I think you guys are great, but I also happen to find most of you extremely sexy, okay?
Get out of here.
How long have you been a cop?
I don't know. How long have you been a doorman?
No, I'm not a doorman. I'm a security officer.
Congratulations. Now, how about giving me a break?
Sure. Fine. Giving the cop a break. I guess it's just the gun and the handcuffs, the big stick.
All right already.
Hey, look. You're wearing a uniform, and I'm wearing a uniform.
So?
So we both got uniforms. Let's get together.
You meet a lot of girls this way?
No, hardly any.
Yeah.
What do you work, 10 to 6?
So?
Just asking. I'm 12. I'm on 12 to 8. I don't mind it. It's quiet. Plus, like, that's the other thing. Not a lot of people come in after 1 or 2 a.m. So I always have a newspaper, see? So what I do is after 2, I lock the door and I take the newspaper and I sit like this. So it looks like I'm reading the paper and I can just sleep that way. And if somebody's at the door, they knock. And if somebody comes downstairs, the elevator dings and I just swing around. Here I am. See?
Oh, yeah. If I lived here, that'd make me feel real safe.
Oh, they feel safe. They don't know I'm sleeping. But I actually, see, this is just a temporary for me. I've only been doing this 9 months, and it's a good job. But I couldn't be a security guard my whole life, you know? I'm way too restless. Plus, I lived all over the world when I was a kid because my dad was in the Navy. Then I was in the Navy, so I know there's bigger world out there. I really actually want to get into advertising is what my dream is.
Oh, yeah?
I don't mean that to sound too pathetic, like, how's this guy ever going to get into advertising? But I often thought that could be a field that I might be good at. Thinking up funny slogans for things. Yeah, thinking up different ways to advertise things. Well, I know it's probably a pretty hard to find field to get into, obviously. So at this point, it's pretty much in fantasy land, but must be interesting being a cop.
It's interesting.
You're a rookie, right? Come on. I can tell you're a rookie.
Oh, yeah?
Boy, you must have a lot of guts. That's all I can say. I mean, I know it takes guts just to be a cop in the first place, but to be a woman cop, that takes guts. Hats off to you. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know about that.
Are there like a lot of cops in your family or something?
No. I'm the first.
Good for you, man. That's awesome. I'm the first security guard in my family.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of a point of pride for me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hey, is it true that a female cop... No, wait a minute. This is not bullshit. I'm really curious.
Yeah?
Is it true that a female cop is likelier to shoot her gun or use her weapon or whatever than a male cop because she can't overpower you in any other way?
No. I mean, that's a myth. They teach you a lot more than shooting, believe me.
Really? Like what? I'm not asking for like a demonstration. I'm just asking like what do they teach you? Like, have you been involved in?
They teach you a lot of things. They just try to teach you to control the situation. Like tonight,
So like,
we
how
had
do you?
and,
Sorry.
that's all right. So we were there, and these two guys are going at it outside this restaurant, right? So Bill, that's my partner.
Yeah, I know.
He pulls this one guy away and goes like, okay, let's break it up. And then this big guy whips around and he says, why? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it, bitch? Then he starts charging me.
Really? Oh, this is a fantastic story.
Yeah, but what you do is that you just like pivot back, like not to take your head off of them, but then you bring them down. Except I got a little enthusiastic and like I really whacked him, this guy, and then it was a boom. And
Whoa, what do you mean, boom? What happened to him?
well, I mean, it was nothing. I mean, he had to go to the hospital.
Really? You put him in the hospital?
You should have seen it. You should have seen it. There was fucking blood everywhere. It was superficial, of course, but your head can really like bleed a lot.
So, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but would that qualify as a police brutality at all?
No way. He was totally coming at me, and this guy was huge. But then, naturally, of course, 2 seconds later, his wife comes out of the restaurant and she's screaming, "I'm attorney! I'm calling the CCRB! I'm gonna sue you!"
Calling the
Oh, the CCRB, the Civilian Complaint Review Board,
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
is definitely their right to do that, but that could be kind of serious for me because I'm still like on probation. I mean, like your first 6 months, you're not like a full cop. You're what they call a probationary officer, and if you can't handle it, then you just screw up, and then you're just like out. If you can handle it, or if you just screw up, you're off the force. But Bill saw the whole thing, and he says it's no problem. So I got to go through a little song and dance because it's no big deal.
And you didn't have to use your gun?
Oh no, definitely not. He was just some stupid drunk.
But are you a pretty good shot?
Yeah, I'm okay. And
That's excellent. So what's he doing up there anyway? Investigating a crime or something?
no, he's just saying hello to a friend.
He's a friend of Mrs. Heinveld?
No?
Mrs. Heinveld, the lady in 22J.
No. But yeah, 22J? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know her. I don't know who lives there.
Well, I don't want to say nothing, but he's liable to be up there for a long time.
What's it to you?
I didn't say anything. I just don't see why you should have to cool your heels in the lobby, eating your heart out while he's upstairs getting laid.
He's not getting laid.
Oh, come on.
Hey, look. First of all, we're in the middle of our shift.
Oh my God. Excuse me. You're right. It's impossible.
Who did you say lives in that apartment?
Mrs. Heinvold, Amy Heinvold. She's an actress or a model or something. She's divorced. She's gone.
Have you seen him here a lot?
Sure. I've seen him a few times. How long have you been working together?
What makes you think he's, you know?
Because the lady he's visiting has a very active social schedule, if you see what I mean.
No, I don't.
I just mean she...
What do you mean?
I mean, she's got a lot of boyfriends, that's all. Hey, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe your partner's like her favorite uncle or something.
Yeah.
Hey, how come male cops are so big and fat and female cops are always just so young and beautiful?
Yeah. How come doormen never know when to shut up?
I don't know. That's an interesting point. Only I wouldn't be able to comment on it because I'm not a doorman. I'm a security guard.
Fucking believe this.
Hey, the guy is only human. You gotta see this lady.
Hey, look, I'm not talking about him. I don't even... Look, you want to know something? I don't even know why I'm talking to you. And if my partner wants to take time off of his shift to get laid and with this whatever she is, you know what? More power to him. That's what I say.
I agree.
Because, you know, I've seen him do more good for more people than anybody I've ever met in my life. And, you know, if he wants to see that model in 22J, that is his business, not mine.
Sure.
Not yours. And I don't need to get hit on by the night doorman while he's upstairs getting his rocks off with some fucking whore.
Hey, lady, I'm not a doorman. I'm a security guard. I told you 3 fucking times already. In fact, I'm a security.
Understand?
No.
What?
What?
Yeah,
How can I
forget
keep
it.
my mouth shut at the same time? I'm not trying to make trouble.
Just stop trying to pick me up.
I'm not trying to pick you up.
Why don't you just try speaking to me like I was an officer of the law? Just like as an experiment.
I'm sorry. I'm not usually this attracted to police officers.
Well, you're lucky.
What's your name?
Officer Wilson.
Oh, come on. What's your name? Are you a sports fan? Come on, that's a harmless question. What do you like, basketball? A lot of girls like basketball. It's graceful. Well, a lot of sports are very graceful, though, actually. What's your feeling about the impending garbage strike? My name's Jeff, 27. Never been married. Never been in debt. Well, I have been in a little bit of debt actually, but that's pretty much all cleared up now. I'm like a different person now. Really, I turned over a whole new leaf, and
Would you
I'm just
shut up?
sure. I'd be glad to. Why don't you say something for a few seconds, and then I'll say something back, and we'll go on like that. I'm a goddamn security guard, for Christ's sake. I'm lonely as shit. There's 3 other guys in this building, and I never see them except on the video screen. I'll shut up. I'd love to hear somebody else talk.
I just don't feel like it at this minute.
Sure. I understand. And don't listen to me. I don't know what he's doing up there. I don't know anything about it.
You know, hey, what do I care? The guy's fucking married anyway. Can you believe this shit?
Yeah. They probably don't warn you about this kind of thing in the police academy.
Yeah, sure they don't. I took a seminar.
What happens if there's a major outbreak of crime on your beat under these circumstances?
Oh, then I'm supposed to buzz him.
Are there a lot of romances between cops?
I don't know. I mean, some of them get married.
No, but I mean like illicit kind of behind the scenes in the back of the squad car types romances.
You're gonna end up in the back of a squad car in a minute.
But seriously, is that a pretty widespread problem?
I'm sure it's no different than any other kinds of jobs.
Well, in other kinds of jobs, people have affairs all the time.
Well,
Are you in love with that guy?
who?
You know, your partner. Because if you are, I would say that you were in love with the wrong guy.
I'm not in love with anybody. I just admired him. That's all, okay? I mean, God, he made a life a little easier for me in the department, okay? I mean, you know, you look up to somebody, you take them seriously, and then that's all, okay?
Okay. I think it's great what you're doing. Your family must be proud of you.
Oh, they think I'm nuts. Well, not exactly. I mean, my mother thinks I'm like a little bit nuts, but I happen to think that she's nuts too, so there's no harm in that, right?
You have a lot of brothers? I bet you have a lot of brothers.
But I guess they're generally proud. I mean, I was near the top of my class at the academy. I just fucked up with this prick, that's all. And now I'm screwed because I obviously misjudged him, you know? And for all I know, he's been shooting his mouth off all over the department, and it wouldn't have been so hard to avoid the whole thing in the first place. But these guys, I mean, they see so much horrible shit. Like, it's like they don't give a damn about anything. So you have to walk around like you don't give a damn about anything too. Only like you do, and but you know you do, and they just want to like stamp it out of you, and like they test you all the time, and it's always like, hey, we're not men, you're not women, you're cops. Act like cops, and you'll be treated like cops. Only then, it turns out they got a pool going to see who's gonna fuck you first. Okay, but that's fine. I can handle it. You make them respect you. But then somebody decent comes along and goes out of his way to make your life just, you know, a little bit easier. And, you know, I didn't even ask anything from it. I didn't expect anything different. And I didn't want anything different. And then, you know, like, oh my God, it's true love. And except when it comes out of the elevator, just watch, because I'm going to be the one who's supposed to act like a cop. I mean, and then I got you. It's just, oh.
So far, I'm the fastest guy in the whole story.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me your name?
Because maybe I don't feel like it, Jeff.
Okay, you don't have to tell me your name, but do you want to Do you want to go to a basketball game with me tomorrow afternoon? I got tickets to the Knicks game.
I don't like basketball.
Okay, well, after I'm finished watching the basketball game with my mother, would you like to go dancing with me? I don't want to get you on the rebound or anything, but I don't know if I'm ever going to see you again. I know I'll see your partner again. I'm sorry.
I don't care.
You'll put on, we'll put on our dress uniforms. We'll go dancing, get bombed, and come to work.
God damn it.
What's the matter?
You can't be crying on duty. It's...
Come on. You'll drive around, you'll shoot some perpetrators, you'll feel better.
He is a son of a bitch.
You know what? You're damn right. And I'll tell you something else.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Nothing. What do you mean?
You got a funny look in your face.
I don't know how I look.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine too. Okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, if you see William around, tell him Bill says hello.
Sure thing.
Bill and Dawn go outside and exit. Jeff picks up his book, but can't concentrate, throws it down. He does nothing for a while. William enters onto the street and comes into the lobby.
Hello, Jeff. How's it going?
Pretty good. The police were just here, but they didn't ask about you, and I signed them right in. It was that cop Bill and his partner. He said tell William Bill says hi.
Was that all?
That was all.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I told Manuel to clean up up the desk.
What?
I said I told Manuel to clean up the desk, to straighten up all the desk drawers.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I really laid into him too, because this desk is disgusting. I mean, when you open this drawer, it should be spotless. I told him I want to be able to eat my breakfast out of this drawer tomorrow morning. I told him you were ready to kill somebody about these drawers. I really did.
Okay, Jeff. Thanks.
You're welcome. Taken care of. You're not very chatty tonight.
What?
I said you're not very chatty tonight. You're not really holding up your end of the conversation really well.
Sorry, Jeff. I've got a lot on my mind.
That's okay. We don't have to talk about anything. I'm just glad to see your smiling face.
Same here, Jeff. You just keep talking. If I hear anything worth responding to, I'll jump in.
Okay. How's your brother doing?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him.
Did you find out what he did? Oh no, you knew what he did. You just didn't want to tell me about it. I forgot. That is completely fine. I don't want to sound so inquisitive. I'm sorry. So did you see where the mayor says he's going to shut down all the garbage stuff?
All right. Well, let me ask you something, Jeff. Suppose somebody who's supposed to be near and dear to you was accused of doing some kind of terrible crime and was trying to use you as an alibi. What would you do for example, if it was a false alibi? That is to say, you weren't with the person when they said that you were.
I don't know. I guess it would depend on who they were and what they meant.
Yeah, see, we already part company. I like to tell the truth.
Well, so do I.
What are you talking about, man? I don't even get through the details of the hypothetical situation, and you're already gearing up to perjure yourself.
No, I'm not. It's just If it was my mother or something.
Right, because that's what everybody expects, right? Bar that's where I part company with 95% of the human race. So I'm a freak, but I wouldn't do it.
Are you talking? I assume you're talking about your brother?
Doesn't matter who I'm talking about.
So, but what did he do?
I don't know what he did, man, because he hasn't been tried in a court of law.
What are you, some kind of Robotron? What did they accuse him of?
They say they arrested him and two friends for allegedly going into a hospital last night to steal pharmaceutical drugs. And some nurse apparently saw them and they attacked her.
Oh my God.
And they beat her up with a pipe or something like that. And now she's dead.
Oh my God.
And according to my brother's girlfriend, my brother told the police I was with him at the time at some movie.
Whoa.
Yeah. Gave her a whole made-up schedule, what we were supposedly doing last night for me to memorize, what movie, who called who, what time we are, who ate what. You wouldn't believe it. See, he can't handle getting a job or applying himself to go to school, but he has the wherewithal to come up with that shit on the spur of the moment when he's in the jailhouse under arrest for murder at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Whoa.
Wow.
Well, what? I mean, God, I mean, do you?
And it's not like, see, his girlfriend called me tonight, and apparently two of my brother's friends, these real criminals, minds, were identified by some doctor, and the cops picked them up, and they named my brother as the third guy, but the doctor didn't really get a good look at him. So they're trying to dig up something substantial that would link him to the scene. And meanwhile, my brother says he was at home alone with no alibi. And so would I say he was at the movies with me last night?
Jesus Christ.
See, I don't think he'd ever do anything that fucking heinous. But he's definitely done a lot of other shit. And I know these guys he's always with. And you know, I want to be objective about it to some degree. I can't just be saying, well, seeing how he's my brother, it is therefore impossible for him to have done this ghastly thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just wish I had more information. But who am I going to talk to? His girlfriend? She just parrots everything he says. She's got no will of her own. And what he's gonna tell, and what's he gonna tell me? That he's guilty? He knows what I'll do then.
Yeah. Whoa.
And I am not the type of person who sympathizes with the criminal element of this kind of situation. Not at all. But the fact remains that there's a lot of people in jail who don't belong there. A lot of black people in jail who don't belong there, and a lot of cops and prosecutors and what have you who just as soon throw somebody in jail as nobody. And I have to say it, but my brother is tailor-made for the part. And if he's being railroaded in some way, I don't know what right I may have to my private reservations. So it's an interesting dilemma. It's interesting. But I'll tell you something, Jeff, and you can quote me on this right now. If he did anything to do with killing that woman, I'd sooner but put a bullet through his head myself than lift a finger to help him. Because that is inhuman. Even if he was just standing by, some innocent person, and all she did was show up at work that night. But we're hoping it's all some terrible misunderstanding, right?
Right. Right.
So what would you do there, Jeff?
Me? Oh. Well, the first thing I would do is I would definitely try to find out if my brother was with those guys or not. Because that really could really inform the whole situation right there.
Well, no fucking shit, Jeff. How in the world do you expect me to do that?
Well, don't get mad at me.
Well,
Ask
what the
me what I
fuck
would
do you
do.
expect me to do? Find out if he was there or not?
All right.
My
All
God,
right.
I never would have thought of that.
All right.
If I could just find that out, the rest of this shit might just fall right into place.
Well, can't you go see him?
No, I can't just go and see him. God damn it, locked up in fucker Rikers Island. I can't go see him till after the arrangement.
Okay, what about his girlfriend?
I already talked to her, Jeff. Look, I don't actually expect you to solve this for me. Let's just forget I brought it up.
I'm sorry. This kind of problem is not exactly within my forte.
Which is what?
Okay, you don't have to get nasty.
What is your forte, man? What is your forte?
I don't have one. Losing money.
All right, never mind, Jeff. Thanks anyway.
Do you know if the nurse was white or black?
No.
Because that could...
What difference does that make?
It's just if she's white, there's probably going to be a big stink about it in the papers. And if she's black, they probably won't play it up as much.
Well, I don't know what color she was. I just better figure out what I'm going to do before the cops catch up with me, because I'm not going to get two chances to do this right.
Is there anything you want me to tell the cops if they show up?
What?
If the cops come by and ask me if I've seen you.
Tell them you saw me.
What if they ask me if you talked about your brother? What should I tell them?
Maybe it'd be better if you didn't mention any of that till I figure out what I'm doing.
Well, I don't feel comfortable lying to them.
Okay, well, in that case, just...
Oh, no. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Sorry.
What the fuck do you find funny about this, man?
Nothing. I'm really sorry. I really apologize.
All right, I should get going. Hey there, Bill.
Hey, William. How you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. Do you know Jeff? Jeff, Bill.
Yeah, we met before.
So how you doing these days, William? All right?
I'm pretty well, can't complain.
Yeah? Things going all right?
More or less, yeah.
Good. That's good. So listen, could I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
So listen, I heard about the whole thing with your brother, and I was in the neighborhood, and I just thought I'd come down and just talk to you a little bit in case I could be helpful. But I didn't want you to feel nervous. Just, this is totally unofficial, okay? You know what? Don't even say okay. Just listen to me. Now, I understand he's probably putting you in a very bad position. Please don't say anything. Just listen for a second. I just want to say that I don't know if you are really with him, if you were really with him the other night or not. And I don't want to know. It's not my case. It's not my problem. Now, I'm sure you heard what happened to that nurse, so I'm not going to go into that. But we're talking about a 27-year-old single mother, 3 children, okay? And I just want to say, if you were not with him last night,
Sir. And by the way,
you're going to need to talk to somebody.
spokesperson said
And I want,
riots and chaos.
I've got background noise, folks. And I want to know I'm available anytime you want, night or day, okay? I'm not going to, there's only so much I can do, of course. But I want you to know I'm here. And I'm not going to judge you. I want to try to help you out. And I'm going to do everything I can for you within the law, maybe a little bit around the edges, okay? Just don't quote me on that. Now, I'm going to give you my beeper number. And this is my home number, okay? And I want you to use this all night. All right?
Hey, Bill.
No, just Don't think about just think about what I said and give me a call, okay? I'll stop by tomorrow. Maybe we could just have a cup of coffee and talk, okay? Don't even say okay, just say goodnight.
Good night, Bill.
Now, if you don't mind, I want to talk to your friend for a couple minutes, okay? Just need a little privacy.
Oh. No. All right. I'll just go on about my rounds.
Okay, buddy. See you later. And call me.
See you later, Jeff.
Good night, Will. What can I do for you, officer?
Jeff, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen to me, Jeff. I don't appreciate people discussing my private business when I'm not around, okay? You got anything to tell my partner about me or my friends or the people I visit in this building or anything else, say it in front of my fucking face so I can get a chance to stick up for myself and not spend the rest of my fucking night defending myself against a bunch of fucking bullshit that was dumped on me by some fucking idiot when I'm not even around to defend myself. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I said, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Now, what do you think it makes you a big man telling her about my business?
No,
How do you know I'm not what I'm doing up there?
I don't.
That's
know.
not what you told her.
I don't know what I told her.
Okay. Let's ask her. Hey, Dawn.
Oh, is that her name?
What?
Nothing. We don't have to call her in here.
What's the matter? Why not?
You really. You made your point.
All right. Now, listen to me. Look out there. What do you see out there?
I don't really know what you mean.
What do you see out there?
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
Do you see a police officer? You see a piece of ass. I mean, what?
I see a police officer piece of ass.
What do you think I'm joking? What do you think? I'm joking with you?
No.
You think it's some kind of big joke?
No.
You want me to tell you what I see out there?
Sure.
I see a little girl wearing a police uniform, okay? I see a little girl from the neighborhood who some moron told her she could be a cop. But she's not a cop right now. But if somebody takes a look at her or somebody else's life depends on her, they're not going to know she's not a cop. They're going to think she knows what she's doing. She walks around the corner when somebody's trying to rob somebody or rape somebody or kill somebody, and they're not going to know she's a little girl in a cop suit. They're going to see a badge and uniform and a gun, and they're going to blow a hole through her fucking head. Somebody runs up to her and asks her to help them, and she's not going to help them. She's going to look around and say, "Where's Bill? Where's Bill?" That's me. I'm Bill. Now, I can tell you that girl likes me. It's only natural. I'm her partner. I'm a big, strong father figure, whatever. Got a lot of experience, got a lot of confidence. I know what I'm fucking doing. And that's attractive to a woman. It's actually attractive to anybody. So she's attracted to me. That's okay. She's human. I'm human. But maybe part of what I'm doing, part of building her confidence, is making her feel like I'm interested in her too. Maybe that makes her feel impressive. Makes her feel cocky. Makes her feel like she's got something on the ball. Makes her feel like she's really a cop. Now, do I need you telling her I'm upstairs having sex with somebody on my shift so that she can think I'm some kind of fucking maniac who's just messing with her head, so she can lose all of her confidence in me and consequently all of her confidence in herself because of your big fucking flapping fucking mouth. And then go out and get herself killed, or me, or somebody else. This is not a game. We're not doormen. We're policemen. Yeah, I know. We're terrible and everything. But we're playing with our lives and the lives of people we're supposed to protect. So I would appreciate the fun, I guess. I don't appreciate the fun, I guess, you're having at my expense. And more importantly, at her expense, while you're sitting around twiddling your fucking thumbs and waiting for William to come around and make his rounds so you can go to sleep, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I really feel like doing? I really feel like smacking the shit out of you. But I'm not going to do that because I don't do that. Just when I'm come around here in the future, just be aware that I don't know, you don't know what I'm doing here. You have no idea. You keep your fucking nose out of my business. You understand me?
Yes.
Okay. The discussion's over now.
You have a good time?
Take it easy.
Get off me.
All I did was tell this guy to mind his own business.
I don't care what you were doing up there.
Well, maybe I'm nuts, but I do. I care what you think of me, and it's pretty important to me that you believe me when I talk to you, okay? Because I may do a lot of other things, but I care enough about your opinion of me that I don't want you to think I'm not being straight with you.
Straight with me?
Dawn, I swear to God, I got no reason to bullshit you. So I don't know why I'm going through with this with you, but my friend Jim lives upstairs with Amy Heinfeld it's her apartment. And that's all there is to it. I hardly ever see Ms. Heinfeld. And anyway, she wasn't there tonight. She's out of town. You don't want to believe me, but there's nothing I can say to you. If you don't want to believe me, there's nothing I can say to you.
Well, how come you were up there for so long?
I don't really think it was so long, but if you really want to know, I had to talk to Jim about something private, which doesn't concern you, and which I'm not at liberty to talk about. He's going through a hard time and some really weird, really upsetting shit. And I can't talk about it because it would be a breach of privacy. You don't want to believe me, just there's nothing I can do.
I don't.
All right. Only personally, I think that's a shame because I really thought we had something going between us. At least that's how I felt. I don't know, maybe you don't feel that way. So maybe it's for the best, you know? Maybe the way things have been going between us, I wouldn't know how else to stop it. It doesn't help that my wife and I are like, I don't even know what, like we don't even know each other anymore. I mean, I respect her. She's my wife. She's the mother of my children. I'll never say a word against her as long as I live, but it's like we're strangers. It's been like that for 3 years. And if it wasn't for the kids, we wouldn't be together. And that's the truth. You want me to be honest? I'll be honest. That's the very difficult thing for me to say. This is a very difficult thing for me to say, but I haven't felt like this about somebody. I don't even know when. I don't even know if I ever felt this way about somebody. It's new to me, and I'm scared. You know, I think I'm a little bit like you. I could walk into a room and face down 20 bad guys, and I wouldn't blink an eye, but something like this, and the whole world starts going around in my head. Because when I'm with you, I really feel like you're the real thing, and everything else seems like bullshit to me. You want me to be honest? Well, that's as honest as I get.
Excuse me, Bill.
What?
Mrs. Heinvold just falls down. She says you left your hat upstairs, and she wants to know if you want to bring her down or if you want to pick it up tomorrow.
You're a pip.
I'm sorry. I just was answering.
Get back. All right. I'm busted. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm sincere about that. I really am. But you gotta believe me. I mean, I don't know what's the matter with me. I really don't. It's like I'm a sex addict. I think I need help. I really do.
How stupid do you think I am?
No, wait a minute. It's like whenever I meet someone, I really care about. It's like I was always gotta do something to mess it up, and I don't know why. You know, why?
Maybe it's because you're a dirty fucking liar.
Whoa, hey Dawn, slow down, okay? I'm just trying to talk to you.
You're trying to do, and you can forget it. We're working together. Let's work together.
Okay.
I don't care what you do up there. I don't care what you did. I told you this was a bad idea.
Okay. You want to do it that way?
Only don't expect me to sit here and cover for you when the dispatcher wants to know where you went. I signed up to be a cop, not to lookout patrol some whorehouse.
Okay. First of all, she's not a whore.
Oh, she's not.
It actually happens that the lady has a lot of class. So just be careful what you say about her.
Oh, I don't believe this.
Second of all, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but you don't come down here from the police academy in your little pigtails and tell me what to do, okay? I tell you what to do. And I want you to sit here and wait for me. If I want you to sit here and wait for me all night, that's exactly what you're gonna do. Every night, if I want you to.
No, I am not doing
Oh,
that.
yes, you are. You're gonna sit here with Jeff and you're gonna answer the radio for me. And if you don't like it, Dawn, then maybe you shouldn't be trying to be a cop, because that's what cops do, is that they support each other. They help each other and they are for each other and they don't judge each other. They don't fuck each other up, okay? So before you go crying home to your mom and dad about your partner was just mean to you, just remember, I'm not the one who put some drunk in the hospital last night for calling me names.
That's not what happened.
I don't care what happened. My 3-year-old could have handled that situation better than you, okay? So settle down, because you're totally out of control. And the way you're acting now is completely unprofessional. Now, I'm gonna go up there and get my hat. And you're gonna wait here until I get back.
No, I am not.
Oh, you'll wait.
No, I won't.
All right, all right. You wanna take off? Take off. Only see how you do in this division without me backing you up. See if things are somehow different for you from now on, because one word from me and these guys will make your life miserable. I couldn't even begin to describe it.
Look, Bill, I don't care about you and Mrs. Heveland.
No?
I just want to do my job.
You made your choice. Y'all is under, okay, that's okay. You made your choice. So what happens when you come to work tomorrow? Go ahead.
Well, how do you think your friend Lieutenant Finelli's gonna like if I tell him what you've been doing every night in the middle of your shift?
All right, thank you. Now I know where I stand. Before, I didn't realize. Okay, yeah, you could do that. You could do that right now. Only, what do you think he's gonna? Who do you think he's gonna believe? You or me? And second of all, see what happens at your hearing. See what I tell them in my report. I didn't see him rush her. That's all I gotta say. I didn't see him rush her. And that will be it for you. Goodbye, okay? And I don't know when you're going to schedule that, when they're going to schedule that fucking thing. So if I were you, I would be very, very nice to me for the next few months, Dawn. Oh, I don't appreciate having to have this conversation. I don't appreciate having to have this conversation. I don't have some, I got some flaws, and that's the end of me. Not good enough, right? So take off. You're never going to be a cop anyway. You're never going to be anything, so go ahead. Take off.
Act 2, Scene 1. Late the next night. Jeff is watching William smoke a cigarette. Silence.
Does it ever strike you as stupid that you're the captain?
No.
No, I don't mean.
How do you mean?
I don't mean, don't you think it's stupid that you're the supervisor? Obviously, you're the supervisor. I just mean, don't you ever think it's stupid that you're called the captain?
No, Jeff, I don't.
There's no other ranks.
What?
Well, everybody else in the company is just a guard. But you're the captain. You know what I mean? Why aren't you a corporal? Why do they skip right up to captain? Or why aren't you just the supervisor?
Because this is a security company, Jeff.
I know that.
And occasionally, some of the people who work for this company do actually have to provide security for the buildings we're working at.
I know that. That's
all
what
right.
I do my bit.
Well, I don't think it's inappropriate for a semi-military organization to borrow a little military vernacular.
We're not a semi-military organization.
Semi-military, semi-police, whatever you want to call it.
I don't want to call it anything.
It's not like anybody's calling me captain anyway. So what do you care about? Why do you care about it?
I don't. I'm just making conversation.
Well, why you gotta be making conversation? I'm just trying to sit here for a minute. You feel like you gotta say stupid shit to me just because I'm in the goddamn room. I'll be on my way, and you can get back to me, and you can get back to your crossword puzzle.
What's the matter with you? Lighten up. I didn't say anything.
I'm sorry.
How's your brother doing? Well, I can see you probably don't want to talk about that. But I was thinking about it today, and I think, no, really, I was. And I seriously, I don't mean to be, I'm not being cavalier about it, but I was thinking about it. And I really think when you talk to the cops, you probably should just go in there and tell the truth. Because I realize you probably don't care what I think, but you did ask me my opinion last night, and I realized I wasn't very helpful. So I thought about it some more today, and that's what really I think that you should do for what it's worth. I know you probably don't even want to hear it. I mean, you took me into your confidence. I really appreciated that. Because it made me feel like you consider me as a friend. You're not sorry you told me about it, are you?
Yeah, Jeff, I'm a little sorry.
Come on, man. You can trust me. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, Jeff. My brother's had a rough time, and he just doesn't have the strength of character to meet a lot of the situations found himself in, which is no excuse. But he doesn't create these situations either. And I'm a great believer in personal responsibility, as you know.
Yes, I know.
So I don't usually like to say this, but sometimes I think he just never had a chance because he has a very average personality. Now, I'm very disciplined, but that's just my nature. I was always that way. So when all these criminals used to come around our house and try to tempt me, I would stay away. But I can't take a lot of credit for that because I was just a little kid. So how am I going to be patting myself on the back for how I acted or didn't act when I was 10 years old? That's just absurd. But he was more like a regular kid. So he got sucked up by these criminals, and that was it. If they hadn't been around, he would have been a so-called normal kid. And now he'd be a so-called normal man, probably inflicting lawful misery on someone in the corporate world or what have you. But I'm just exhausted with it. I really am.
You must be.
At any rate, I guess that's neither here nor there.
When do you have to talk to the cops?
Yeah, I already talked to them. I spoke to them this morning.
You did? Wow, I didn't realize that. So how did that go?
It went fine, Jeff.
Did you talk to your brother?
No, but I spoke with his attorney, which was very interesting, and he threw kind of a whole new light on the situation for me.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
Well, he said a lot of things, but I had a hard time following most of it because for the first 15 minutes of the conversation, he had my brother mixed up with another case.
Are you kidding me?
No. Didn't know my name, didn't know my brother's name. And then he's like, oh, that's, you're that case. Oh, okay. So after that, I kind of lost track of some of the details of the defense he was outlining for me.
Are you kidding?
No. Then I went and talked to these two detectives for about, I don't know, 2.5 hours, something like that. And then I went home, called my parents, talked to my mother for a while, talked to my father for about 5 minutes, talked to my wife, fended off her questions, had to have a brief discussion about our relationship, called my Uncle Paul, talked to him for a while. Then I took about a 3-minute bath and ate some dinner, put on my uniform, come to work, and now I'm here. And Jeff, I'm glad to be here because believe it or not, I find your presence to be very soothing. You're probably the most easygoing person I've spoken to all day. Probably the most easygoing person I know in your own way, which most of the time I find to be somewhat interesting, to tell you the truth. But right now, I find it very calming.
I'm glad you're here too, man. So, but like, what did you tell them?
What do you mean, what did I tell them? I told them I was at the movies.
Well, but I mean, so you don't think, now you think your brother didn't do it? Or
I know he didn't do it because I was at the movies with him, all right?
Yeah, no, I understand, yeah.
Understand what? What do you understand?
I understand you were at the movies with him.
That's right.
Okay. No, it's just that.
Just what? Do you have something you want to say to me?
No.
You have some helpful suggestions for me?
No.
I know you don't.
All right.
I know it's all right.
No, William, I don't know. I don't like saying this, William, but I feel like it's my civic duty.
You're what?
No.
Since when do you have a sense of civic duty, Jeff?
Okay, not my civic duty.
Since when do you have a sense of duty, period?
I have a sense of duty. I just, what if he really did it?
What do you mean, what if he did it? I was at the movies with him.
Yeah, all right.
They want to prove he did it. Let them prove it. I can't participate in this. I'll participate in a fair trial. I can't participate in this.
Yeah. No.
I mean, you hear about this shit all the time. You hear about guys who go to jail because their lawyer was asleep in court or because they forgot to file some deposition or something because they have 200 cases apiece and about 5 minutes for each one. And then these cops pull you into the room and you got to make up your mind, and then they're what you're going to say. And I don't know if he did it or not, but I couldn't do it to him, Jeff. My whole life, I've told the truth. I always tell the truth because I believe in that, okay? You don't worry about it if the world is bad or good, because I know goddamn well it's bad. You just do your best and let the chips fall when they may. But I don't do it to him, Jeff. I just couldn't do it. And you don't have to ask me what if he did it, because that's all I can fucking think about.
No, I wouldn't know what to do either. I probably would have done the same exact thing.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Don't have to apologize, man.
Anyway, so then I ran into Big Bill and he just asked me straight out, if it was true. So I told him, yeah, Bill, it's true. And he looks at me real tough and what have you? And he says, don't bullshit me, William. And I said, Bill, I'm not. And then he just sat back and he said, okay, man, I believe you.
What's he got to do with it?
Nothing. He was just there, I guess, because he knows me.
Well, what if you, I don't know, what if you just...
See, I was talking to my Uncle Paul. You've heard me mention him.
Sure, you talk about him all the time.
All right. Well, I was talking to him and he was saying how he should put our heads together and just try to find a decent lawyer to take my brother's case. Scrape together some money or find somebody who'd want to take the case pro bono. But he assumes that I was with him. They all assume. They don't understand. But if we had a halfway decent lawyer somehow, then I could probably feel more confident just letting things take their own course.
That sounds better to me. I think that's a really good idea.
Anyway, we probably shouldn't talk about this too much more.
Well, I mean, we already have, so...
I know, but, well, if by any chance anybody does ask you about it, you just hold off. If you're comfortable doing that, I talked to you about this and I shouldn't have, but that's not your fault. That's my fault. But I still need a little time to try to find find him a decent lawyer, so at least he has a chance.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, Bill.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Okay, how are you?
I'm okay. Mind if I talk to you for a second?
No, not at all.
Would you excuse us for a second, Jeff?
Sure. How you doing?
Fine.
So, listen, I think you're going to get some interesting news tomorrow. I talked to the detectives after you left. I told them I knew you, and then I believed you. I even this'll amuse you, actually. I even went to the ADA's office and I told him I would vouch for you. This guy was not exactly thrilled to see me either, believe me. They don't exactly like strange cops walking into their office and telling them who to charge and who not to charge, but I figured, what the hell? Somebody doesn't stick up for your brother, they're gonna lock him up with some really unpleasant characters, and that's gonna be it for him.
I really appreciate that, Bill. I just hope.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I just think that what you and your brother both gotta think about is if he didn't have an alibi or I didn't know you, you think about this kid's character and you think, I could see him doing something like that someday. So if not this time, when?
I know, Bill. I know.
That's something to chew on. Okay, buddy? I'll see you later. Jeff, I'll be going up to 22J. That's 22J.
Would you mind signing in? Never mind, I'll do it.
I'll see you later, Jeff.
What did he say?
I'll tell you about it later.
Sure. If you want to come by when you're done with your rounds.
Yeah, maybe I will.
But is everything okay? What happened?
I'll tell you later, Jeff.
How's it going, Don?
Fine.
So, is he doing this just to torture you now?
He's showing me who's boss.
Which would be him, right? I'm assuming.
I guess so.
Well, your turn will come. Someday you'll be upstairs having sex with some guy, and your rookie partner will be downstairs learning who's boss from you. I'm sorry. Seriously, though, how are things going down at the station? Pretty tough?
No. I don't care if people know my private business. That's their problem if they think it's interesting.
Huh.
What really bothers me, though, is the illegality of this.
Of course.
Do you know how much trouble he would be in if I told anybody about this?
So why don't you say something?
Believe me, you just don't do that. Now, could we change the subject?
Sure. Sorry. How's that guy you beat up? I'm sorry.
That's okay. I think he's gonna lose an eye.
Well, are you kidding?
No,
Why?
because I hit him, that's why. So now they think he's gonna lose the eye or go blind in it, and him and his wife are suing me, the police department, and practically everybody who ever worked with the city of New York. He was totally charging me. He weighed about 500 pounds, and he was drunk out of his mind. But who cares about that, right?
But they can't win, though.
But he backs me, they can.
How long have you been on the force now?
3 years.
You've racked up quite a few accomplishments in a short time.
I know, right?
Well, you missed a really great game today.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, it was only so-and-so. They fell apart in the second half.
Yeah. I watched some of it on TV.
I thought you didn't like basketball.
No, my father had it on.
Oh, do you live with them?
Who? The parents? No. I was just visiting. I looked for you in the crowd, but they didn't show you.
Yeah. I told them to stop filming me all the time. You know, people want to see the game. They're sick of watching me all the time. How did Jeff react to that play? What did Jeff think of that call? It's enough already.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I couldn't really concentrate on it too well. I can't really concentrate on anything so well lately. I guess my mind is so distracted.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've been my best friend is getting married on like Saturday. My friend Scott, and I'm supposed to organize this bachelor party. So that's been a big pain in the ass.
What? Are you going to go to one of those topless places or something?
Who knows? I hate bachelor parties. Bunch of guys sitting around some apartment drinking beer and watching porno movies.
Well, I thought all guys like porno movies.
Well, we do. It's just the thought of all these guys together sitting around doing the stuff that makes me uncomfortable.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just don't like it. Like, I don't like the way groups of guys, the way men behave in a group. Like the way some guys get when they think they're playing sports, or pretty much any bunch of guys anywhere making loud noises and screaming and impressing each other with what a bunch of morons they are. I don't really like it. It makes me sick.
You'd love the police force.
No, I don't think I would. Hey, did I tell you I saw a really nice apartment today? See, I've been, I live with my brother Marty. I didn't tell you about this.
No.
Well, I live with my brother Marty and his wife and 2 kids in Astoria. I rent a room from them. And they're great. But now that I'm getting back on my feet a little bit, I've been thinking about, I really want to get my own place. So today I saw this place that seems really nice. So if everything goes well, I think I'm going to be able to move in the first of the month, which is going to be amazing. My own little kitchen. Do you like to cook at all?
Not really. Not that much.
Yeah? I really enjoy cooking.
My mother's a good cook. Like, really good. Only it's not like it's free, you know?
No, what do you mean?
No, it's always like, gee, Ma, is there anything about my life I'm doing right?
Oh, really?
She's like always making these like little comments. And,
That's too bad.
oh no, just to me, not just to me. I mean to everybody. Like there's always something wrong with every little thing you do.
Oh.
She has all these like little ways of putting everyone down, and then she's miserable because nobody wants to hang around her. I mean, I swear to God, she's nuts.
Yeah, my old man was very much the same.
Right? Like nothing's bothering him, right?
Uh-huh.
And she's sitting there making all these like little backhand remarks about everybody, about his mother and father and everybody in his family, about his personal habits, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he just lets it wash over him like he doesn't even hear it. And I asked him, I said, how can you listen to this shit all day long? And he says, listen to what? What am I gonna do? Get divorced? And like let her let her make herself miserable. I can't stop. I just think about the other things that she's talking.
See, that is the great attitude to have.
I sure don't have it.
No, me neither. But I can really relate to that because my old man was a little bit like that too.
What do you mean, like putting everyone down?
Not putting people down exactly, but just very hard to get along with.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you something, I really used to resent it.
Goddamn right you resent it.
Yeah, only except now that he's gone and I don't have to listen to it anymore, you start to reevaluate things a little bit. Like he had a lot of really good qualities I think I could really learn from. And just in general, there's a lot of things I admire about his whole generation.
Oh, well, definitely.
Like he was tough. I mean, he was really tough. And when he said he was going to do something, he did it. He didn't just talk, which is fortunate in a way for everyone because when he talked, he didn't actually make a lot of fucking sense, if you know what I mean. I mean, his opinions were pretty undeveloped, you know? But you have to admire that kind of character.
Definitely, definitely.
My goal is to acquire that type of backbone and that kind of self-assurance without becoming as ossified as that. You know what I mean? Like you can aspire that kind of admiration in people and really stand up for what you believe in and still be like an open-minded person. That's my question. But like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. You were gonna say.
No, I was just going to say, I had really I had some really interesting thing I was going to say.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to, be interesting all the time. Like, I'll still like you.
Anyway, what I was going to say, I was going to say, I think for some people that's a form of weakness. And I just want to be like a good person to tell you the God's honest truth, Dawn. I just feel a little bit responsible for the mess you're in because I would have.
I'm I'm responsible. I'm totally responsible.
Yeah, but I would have kept my big mouth shut. It probably never would have escalated to that point. I just hate to see guys like that get away with stuff like that because that's the stuff that I want to get away with. Only I can't figure out how it's done.
That's how you want to be? You want to be like him?
No, not exactly. But yeah, in a way, the guy has no qualms about anything. He does whatever he wants. He gets everything he wants. And as far as I can see, he feels just fine about it. So yeah, I wouldn't mind being a little bit like that, you know? Would you?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about this. Do you have any idea what I've been going through?
Oh, okay. You're right. I'm sorry.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, he's going to come back down in a few minutes. I don't know what to do. I don't know, like, what he wants from me. All I did was tell him I didn't want to wait down here while he's up there with her when he's supposed to be working, and he went fucking nuts. I mean, I don't know what to do.
What can you do?
I don't know. Maybe he won't go through with it.
Through with what? Go through with what?
He said,
What?
he said he's going to get me kicked off the force unless I'm really nice to him.
Nice? Or what does he mean?
Gee, Jeff, I don't know. What do you think he means?
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. We got a big date after work tonight.
But isn't that like sexual harassment or something?
No, actually. I think it's called rape.
Rape?
Rape? Sexual coercion? I don't know what it's called.
What do you mean you don't know what it's called? You're a cop. Aren't you supposed to know know the names of all the different crimes?
Christ, what difference does it make?
Yeah, but can't you tell somebody about this? Don't they have some committee or something? You can
Yeah,
talk?
only I don't think they'd be too sympathetic.
Why not?
Because I was already with him, Jeff, and everybody knows about it, okay? So 2 days later, I'm gonna turn around and complain about it?
Damn!
What's the big deal? I mean, I got myself into this. Now I'm in it. I mean, maybe he won't go through with it. You know? Maybe he'll be too tired. I mean, I still can't believe he would do something like that. But let's face it. I gotta be the worst judge of character in history of the fucking earth. I mean, can you believe this shit? I mean, 3 days ago, like, I think I'm in love with this guy, and now he's telling me, well, this is not gonna happen. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen when it doesn't, but that's not happening. You let him kick me off the force. Let him try it. It's worth it. It's not worth it. I'm not going to be one of those, oh yeah, I let him rape me because I didn't know what else to do. I'd rather be dead. Okay? But I got to find some way out of this, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just got to do something. I just got to figure out what it is.
I wish I could do something to help you.
Yeah, so do I. That's all right. I got to calm down. Did your friend William tell you what happened to his brother?
He told me his brother was arrested.
Nice. Huh?
It's terrible.
I don't know, Jeff. You just can't believe some of the people in the world, you know? You can't even believe what they do to each other. And I only been doing this for 3 months.
Well, at least you can do something about it. You know? I mean, at least you can, like, help them sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's what they tell you. But it really depends on a lot of things. It depends on who you're working with. For one thing, that's what's so crazy about this thing with Bill.
How do you mean?
Because the guy is supposedly like this genius cop. Like, he just got on the list to get a gold shield. You know, to like be a detective.
Yeah, I know. I watch TV.
All right, well, that's not so easy if you didn't go through narcotics or some sort of other branch. I mean, he's always going out of his way, like friend's brother, like Bill totally diffused the whole thing. Everyone's talking about it. He didn't have to do anything. That's not even his case. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah. How do you mean he diffused it?
Well, I hope he's right, because if he's not, he's helping the kid get away with murder.
So I don't understand. What happened? Now they're gonna release him?
Yeah, I mean, supposedly.
Why would they do that?
Because his alibi checked out. Because your friend was with him on the night in question. Or so he said. Why? Do you know something that they don't?
No, I don't know anything about it. We didn't talk about it. You know, he just told me, you know, that he heard his brother was arrested.
Oh.
He didn't tell me any of the details. So, do they just release the guy if Bill tells them to? That doesn't seem very systematic.
No, they obviously don't do that. They ask you a million questions, especially a family member, but they obviously believed him. And Bill believes him, and that definitely helps. Boy, this one was horrible. You know, they all raped her. They beat her up so bad, her own best friend couldn't ID the body. And then they stuffed her in a closet and just let her die.
Jesus Christ.
You know, she had 3 kids.
Yeah. I overheard Bill saying something like that.
What are they supposed to do now? You know?
Yeah. What will they do?
As far as I know, they're all going to social services. Want to know what else happened in the neighborhood this week? Because I could just go down the list.
No thanks.
When they say summer's when it gets real bad, at least that's when everyone's telling me, so I can't wait for that. I mean, if I last that long.
You will.
But I'll tell you something, Jeff. Whoever did that, if just once in a while I could have something to do with catching somebody like that, you know, making sure that they get what they deserve, I would definitely feel like my life was well spent. You know?
Yeah. It's weird. Like, I watch you guys going back and forth, and it's, I don't know, I got to get out of this situation.
What situation?
This job situation, I think it's starting to drive me crazy. I know you're having some problems at work right now.
Slightly.
Well, okay, but at least you're doing something. You're trying to do something important with your life. But I got no family. I don't know. I just feel like I want to do something to help somebody or do something. Contribute. I don't know. Work with kids or, I mean, I don't particularly like kids, but you know what I mean.
Well, there's all kinds of ways to be useful. It doesn't have to be your life's work.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what's so great about you guys is that it is your life's work. It's your life's work. It's not just something you do in your spare time, and that it just makes that, it's that kind of thing that I would like to do. See, I always thought that I would just be a Navy guy because of my dad. And that would be something, you know, defend the country. But I couldn't stand it. Too many guys, all around guys, guys, groups of guys. That's not That is not for me.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
No way, not for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe you got a little thing about that, or I think maybe you got a little thing about that, like a psychological fixation or something you might want to look into.
I don't want to look into anything. I just don't want to be around a bunch of screaming guys.
Well, thanks for saying that.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, you're welcome.
No, seriously, I really need to hear that kind of thing right now.
And I know you're having a hard time now, but I want you to know I really admire you. Even though you're having trouble, I feel like it's inspiring to me to see somebody going through all that stuff because they want to do something to make a contribution.
Thank you.
Friends?
Definitely.
So listen, I have a hypothetical situation I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
This whole thing with William kind of reminds me of this. So I wanted to ask you, suppose you have a friend and a close relative of his is arrested for a very serious crime.
Yeah.
So a close relative of his is arrested for a serious crime, and that relative is using your friend as an alibi, like William's brother did. Only in this case, it's not really true. Your friend was not with a relative at the time of the crime, but that doesn't mean the guy did it. It just means he doesn't have a good alibi, and he's worried he's going to go to jail. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Now, ordinarily, your friend is a very upright kind of guy. Again, kind of like William. But hypothetical, somebody who would never ordinarily lie for this relative, but he doesn't know if his relative is guilty or if not, or if it's a frame-up or what, and then he meets the relative's lawyer, and it's this court-appointed lawyer. The lawyer is just completely incompetent, out of it, like he's drunk. And he doesn't know the client's name and can't remember any of the details of the case. Like you might as well not even have a lawyer. This guy is so bad. Are you following me?
I'm following you.
So now, my friend, hypothetically, he starts talking to the cops. And without realizing it, he's backing up his brother's story because he just can't bring himself to throw his brother, his relative, whatever, to the wolves. And on the strength of his interview, or whatever reason, the detectives decide the relative is a solid citizen and the charges won't stand up in the court, and they decide to release him. Okay? A lot of similarities to the William thing.
So what is your question?
My question is, now how is anybody supposed to expect the brother, my friend, my imaginary friend, or whatever, not to back up his relative's story? Considering that he's a human being and he has feelings, and no matter what he thinks the right thing to do is, he's got to answer to the parents and all the rest of it. By the same token, my question is, what if I know the story is bullshit because my friend told me so, but nobody even knows I know anything. This is all for an idea of a novel I have, see, and for the character, that would be me, see. I'm not sure what he should do. I'm not his brother, my brother, but now the relative is being released, and potentially he's a murderer, but there's no way to tell.
Well, that's why they have such a thing as trial by jury, Jeff.
Yeah, but they don't, because the lawyer is no good.
Then you do something about that. But you can't just lie to the police.
Okay, good. That's good. Like what?
Well, you can ask for a different lawyer if the guy was really drunk. You can Try asking the judge.
But okay,
Or-
but what if he wasn't literally drunk? What if I just said that as an extreme example?
If he wasn't drunk, or you can't prove that he was drunk, or something really serious like that, they're probably not gonna give you another one, because they have no reason to give you another one. I mean, they don't offer you a selection. If you can't afford a lawyer, they appoint a lawyer, period. So,
Why then should my friend tell the truth? Or why should I?
well, because you have to, that's all. Because there's no other way to. It's not your responsibility.
It is my responsibility. It's somebody's responsibility.
Responsibility to tell the truth.
Why? If the city doesn't care about its responsibility to provide a decent defense,
Well, the city didn't deliberately give him a shitty lawyer. That's an individual flaw in the system.
it's not just a flaw in the system. It happens all the time. It happens all the time unless you have a lot of money and you can afford your own lawyer.
Tell the truth. But you can't just make it up. Like there's some part
Somebody made up the laws, didn't they? Some people made up the law. A bunch of people like you and me literally sat down and wrote it up and made up a salary for the court attorneys that wasn't very high and made up rules about whether you were allowed to switch lawyers if the guy was no good. God didn't make up the rules.
Well, you can appeal the decision. Or you can run for office, I guess, and try to change it.
By the time I do that, my friend's relative is going to be getting stabbed, right to jail. Maybe he didn't do anything because he didn't get a fair trial.
I don't know what to tell you, Jeff. You can't just lie to the police. I don't know why. You can't.
Okay, what if we lived in Nazi Germany? Could you lie to the police then?
We don't live in Nazi Germany.
We don't live in Nazi Germany. But what if we did? Would you still say you have to obey the law?
Not the same as Nazi Germany.
It's not the same in theory. But if you look at the statistics of who gets arrested and then who goes to jail and who gets sentenced to the death penalty, what do you mean, come on?
Well, if you think it's unfair, then why are you telling me about it? Why are you telling me about
I'm
it?
not telling you anything. I'm outlining a simple hypothetical situation for this thing I was going to try to write.
It bears a really suspicious resemblance to your friend and his brother, don't you think?
Just in general, the details are different. Like I added the thing about me knowing something about it. The guy isn't a security guard. They weren't at the movies. It's a very different, all the details. All I did was outline a hypothetical situation.
What do you mean they weren't at the movies?
No, I mean, in my hypothetical thing, nobody was at the movies.
Oh, you mean because William and his brother were supposedly at the movies.
Yeah.
I thought you said he didn't tell you about it.
Thought I said... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Thought who said they didn't tell me about what?
I thought you said William didn't tell you anything about it.
He didn't.
Then how do you know they were at the movies?
Well... He told me that.
What?
Told me... This is so stupid. I was just outlining a hypothetical situation based on what William... This is really stupid.
That's okay. Told you what?
Told me... He told me that he heard his brother was arrested and that it was something... I don't remember. Like for something that happened some night they were at the movies and that it was really fucked up. And he knows that his brother's done a lot of bad stuff, but he knows he didn't do this because he was at the movies with him.
But then why'd you tell me that he didn't talk to you about it?
Well, that was it. What I just said, then. I wouldn't call that talking about it, but maybe that's a difference of words. He didn't really talk about it. He didn't talk about it at great length the way I probably would, or like your partner would, because we're more long-winded. But he told me what I told you.
Which is what?
That, you know, his brother was in trouble.
Okay, Jeff. If you know anything about this, you gotta tell me. And I mean right now.
But I don't know anything, Dawn. I know I sound like I'm lying, but that's just because it's the thing where if somebody thinks you're lying, even though you're not, you start to feel guilty like you're lying, even though you're not.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, I don't believe you, Jeff. So I'm gonna go tell the detectives I think that you know something and you can talk to them.
No, don't do that. I don't know anything. You're just making me nervous.
Hey, they're gonna release the kid tomorrow morning. And if he had anything to do with the murdering that nurse, that's gonna be on your conscience. And if I can tell you're lying, those detectives are gonna rip you fucking to pieces, okay?
But I'm not, Dawn. I'm not.
You wanna see what they did to that woman? You wanna come down to the station and look at those pictures?
No, not really.
Read your paper on page 20.
I don't need to read it. I already read it.
Come on, Jeff. Nobody's gonna blame him for trying to protect his brother. But, I mean, you don't want to be helping somebody get away with murder, Jeff. Like, real murder.
I'm not. No, but I'm not.
Just tell the truth. That's all. That's all you gotta do. Just truthfully, just tell me what he said.
I can't. I don't know anything. Honestly.
Hey, I understand if you don't want to be going against your friend. And I know he's your boss. But that woman had friends too. She had 3 little kids. Now, why is your friend and his brother more important than them? And I just want to tell you, you could totally try to keep out of it. Whatever you tell me, I can take it right to the detectives. They could just use it as background information. You understand? They're still going to have to substantiate it.
You just said they were ready to hang him.
Okay, I know I said that, but they still got to place him at the hospital. And Jeff, if he wasn't at the movies, then he probably did fucking do it. All I'm saying is you got to say whatever you know, regardless. That's just basic. And if you can place him at the hospital anyway, there's a really good chance he could keep you totally in the background. I mean, I probably couldn't promise that, but you got my word. We could definitely try, certainly try. Hey, Jeff, I really believe you when you said all that stuff about wanting to do something. Do you think those ladies' kids deserve for you to tell the truth? You want to make a contribution, Jeff? Here's your big chance.
Well, I don't think they were at the movies.
Okay. Why not?
Because you said he wasn't.
Okay. Just tell me exactly what he said.
He said he heard his brother was arrested.
From who?
From his brother's girlfriend.
Did she say he did it?
No, definitely not.
Are you sure?
Yes, definitely.
But he definitely wasn't at the movies.
No, not with William.
When did this all take place?
Last night.
Okay.
The conversation took place last night.
I understand. Okay.
What are you smiling about?
Nothing. I'm not.
And then just now, he came in and he told me that his brother's lawyer was such a bum, he didn't know what to do. So that's why he told the detective or the cops or whatever that they were at the movies.
Okay. Great. All right. As soon as the detectives go to work, I'm gonna tell them what you said.
Hey.
Hey, Jeff.
How you doing?
I'm all right. What are you guys talking about?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing too serious, Bill. I'm just doing some police work right now. You can go back upstairs.
What police work?
Oh, well, it turns out while you're up there with Jim, your buddy William here has been lying his ass off to the whole police department
Hold on a second.
and getting away with it because of you.
Excuse me?
All right, whoa, wait a minute. First of all, calm down.
Calm down.
What did you just say?
Second of all, just a second, William.
I don't have to calm down
Second of all, what makes you say that?
because that's what he told me. That's what he told Jeff.
Thanks a lot. That's great.
And you just made a tremendous jerk out of yourself with your buddies on the detective squad and the DA's office. And tomorrow morning, I'm personally going down
Oh, Jeff?
to myself and tell him what a moron you are for sticking your nose in where it doesn't belong and practically getting the case thrown.
Okay.
And then everybody in the precinct is going to know what you're lousy, stupid, dishonest, cheating.
Okay, settle down.
So tell him whatever you want to hear, and you motherfucking piece of shit.
Calm down.
Because after tomorrow, nobody's going to believe a word you say about me for the rest of your fucking life.
What is she talking about, Jeff? Somebody want to tell me what she's talking about? Where do you think you're going? What the hell is going on? Hello, Jeff.
Stay away from me.
Take it easy. I'm not going to hurt you. You seen William?
No.
He didn't come by yet?
No. He's usually here by now.
All right. I'll just wait.
If those are for me, I don't want them.
Don't push me, Jeff. So you know what they did to me this afternoon, thanks to you and your girlfriend?
Not my girlfriend.
They bumped me off the list for my gold shield. 7 years I've been waiting to get on the list, and now I'm gonna wait another year at least, or maybe 2, or maybe more, before I could get back on it, and maybe never. That's a loss for the community, okay? It's a personal loss to me, and it's a primary loss for the community, and I don't mind saying that. And all because that fucking bitch does not understand that it means what it means to behave like a professional.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about all that.
And you know what else she did?
No.
She made a bitter enemy of every uniformed cop in this city. She is ostracized in this department as of now forever, because maybe the brass will get up on my ass for making a little mistake, but the rest of the guys, they don't give two shits about that. What they care about is backing people up, sticking by your man, and not selling him out to the ADA because you think he's cheating on his wife with somebody else besides you. And okay, I got a little overzealous, and sometimes I put my 2 cents in where nobody's asking for it. But is that some kind of crime? I only do it because I care. Yeah, I know that sounds corny, but I do. I care. I cared about Williams and what happened. All he had to do was tell me to mind my business or anything like that, and I would have stayed out of it. But no, he's got to abuse my confidence. And with the help of my partner, the sleuth, he's going to make me look like an asshole in front of the whole goddamn division. And every muckety muck I've been kissing the ass of for the last 7 years. I mean, I can't believe it. I can't believe the sense of betrayal. I really can't.
What's happened to William?
What happened to William? He won't recant. That's what happened to William. His brother still says he wasn't there, and personally, I believe him. They're gonna charge all three of them. And it's all thanks to you, Jeff.
So now I gotta testify?
Oh, you're gonna testify. He's gonna testify. Everybody's gonna testify. There's gonna be a lot of testifying.
I never said I could testify. I just said I'd make a statement.
Yeah, they don't usually give you a choice. That's like the law. You know, the law. It has rules, right and wrong. You're not allowed to break it.
The detectives said they thought he would recant.
Well, I guess the detectives don't know everything. And I'll tell you something, Jeff. I have a lot more respect for what he's doing than I do for you. Because where I come from, you stick up for your friends no matter what, and you don't sell them out for a piece of ass.
A piece of ass?
I'm sorry. I'm sure you had the noblest motives. I should have said that.
I didn't do anything for a piece of ass. I didn't even get a piece of ass.
You know, you want to know what I think?
No.
Well, I think the both of yous are a couple of fucking rats. As far
What you fucking think?
Right. That what time's he supposed to be here?
I don't know. Maybe he's not coming tonight.
All right. I can't hang around all night. I'll have important police duties to perform. I'll be upstairs. Buzz me when he comes by.
Bill, sorry. She's not home.
Who's not home?
Mrs. Heinwald. I think she...
What do you mean she's not home?
I was just gonna say, I think she went away for the weekend.
Oh, yeah? So what makes you say that?
Because about an hour ago, she got in a big car with some guy and told me to have a good weekend.
What do you mean with some guy? What did he look like?
I don't really like to talk about the tenant's personal business. All right. Take it easy. I don't know what he looks like. I didn't really see him.
Was it an older guy? Older guy?
Could be. I didn't really notice.
All right. I know who it is. It's no big deal. All right. Always be honest with yourself, Jeff. It's the only way. Hello, William. Hello, William.
Sorry, I lost my spot.
Towards the bottom of 68 on the page numbers.
Oh. Jeff, have you been sleeping on the job? Is that all right?
That's okay. That's not quite it.
Oh, I've been looking for you. No.
That's close.
Hello,
That's
Bill.
I've been looking for you.
Is this an official police inquiry?
Oh, do me a favor.
Is this an official police inquiry?
No, nothing like that. But I love the arrogance. I really do. And after your brother goes to jail for the horrible thing he did, maybe you'll think about taking it down a notch or two. Maybe that's all I got to say. Oh, by the way, your boy is in here, has been sleeping on the job.
Jeff, have you been sleeping on the job?
No.
You're fired. Now go get your stuff and get out.
I'm sorry. I guess you don't want to hear what happened.
I don't care, Jeff.
Well, I mean, are you really firing me? Because, I mean, are you really firing me because you think I've been sleeping on the job? Or because it doesn't seem like you really are, since I don't know why you think that.
Go home, Jeff.
Well, I'd like to tell you what happened if you don't want to hear about it.
I don't want to hear about it, Jeff. I just want you to get your stuff and get out of here.
Well, okay. But I still like to tell you what happened.
I said get out of here, Jeff.
All right. Please don't fire me. I don't want to live with my brother anymore. I just put a deposit on an apartment today. Please don't fire me. I know you think that I'm a frivolous person, but I didn't just lightly tell that lady cop what you said to me. No matter what you may think of me, I wouldn't do that. I know what you're saying about the lawyer, which is a very serious problem.
Jeff, you want to tell me that little cop? You want to sit here and tell everybody in the world about everybody else because you don't have any life of your own? That's your own problem. But I don't want to hear about it.
Well, I don't think that's what I was doing. I thought about it and I thought about it, and I don't think that's what I was doing. I was just trying to do what I thought you would have done if it wasn't your own brother.
I wouldn't have done it behind my back.
That's just the way it turned out. But if you're firing me for sleeping on the job, then I think you should tell me why you think I was doing it. And if it doesn't have to do with anything to do with how I do my job, then I don't think you should be firing me.
Well, Jeff, somebody told me they saw you sleeping on the job. Is that true?
No.
It's not?
No.
All right. Pick up your badge.
Pick up
your badge. I never should have confided in you in the first place. Pick up your badge now.
I'd still like to tell you what happened, but thank you.
Well, I'm not going to fire you for something I didn't see you do because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that, and not you or my brother or those cops are ever going to make me into the kind of person that believes in that. Now, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I want you to pin that badge back on your shirt and sit down behind your desk and try to do your job. And I don't care if you think it's all a joke, because it's not a joke to me. I'm going to finish up my rounds and then I'm going home. I have a lot of calls to make in the morning and I got to figure out what I'm going to do next.
Well, I just want to say I really admire you.
You admire me?
Yes.
Hello. I have been waiting across the street. I didn't know if you'd be on.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I just came by because I wanted to apologize for the way I handled everything last night. I didn't mean to sacrifice your confidence, your confidentiality like that. But I guess I just really wanted to show him, and I guess I just got a little carried away.
But are you going to be able to patch things up with Bill, okay? Because that's what I've been concerned about.
I'm really sorry.
Are things going to be okay with you guys now? Because I've been kind of worried about it.
Yep, I came here to apologize. If you're going to stand there and be an asshole about it, why don't you just forget about the whole thing?
Well, that is really a first-rate apology. I just got to hand it to you.
What do you want me to say?
I don't want you to say anything. I want you to get out of here, goddammit.
All right.
You are nothing but trouble.
I didn't know. My career is probably over.
Yeah? Good. Because you're a fucking menace and you ought to be stopped.
Well, you're all going to get your wish, so you can all just relax. Well, you obviously don't want to talk to me right now, so
Right.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
Well, they're changing my tour, so I might not see you around too much. They put me on days for a while, so that'll be easier, except, no one will work with me. Everyone's supposedly out to get me now. Yeah, I don't care. I didn't join the police to make friends.
Well, judging by how you've been handling yourself, that's probably just as well.
I don't care if people like me. I'm not doing this for my own amusement. Jeff, I'm
Let's just
sorry.
forget that.
Okay. Thank you. Did you get a date for your friend's wedding yet?
No.
Well, I'm still available. When is it? Saturday? Well, you probably wouldn't want to bring somebody who didn't know anybody, with all your friends there. And
Yeah. You wouldn't really know anybody.
yeah, no, that's true. So, what are you gonna do? You gonna take it out here, or are you gonna? And what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I was thinking about it. I was kind of hoping this whole experience would encourage me to rise to greater heights.
Well, what do you mean? Like the advertising thing?
Yeah. I was trying to think what my old man would have done in this situation. Because for all his faults, my old man was not the kind of guy who sat around wringing his hands together, wondering what to do. So I was thinking about it today, and I thought, if he was me, he would have went right up to William, and he would have said, I'm giving you 24 hours to go to the cops and tell them the truth. And then I'm going to do it. And that's it. Bam. That's what he would have done. But then I thought, yeah, but if it was if it was one of his own who was in trouble, like one of his Navy buddies or something, he would have walked right into those detectives and he would have lied his ass off. I just don't want to be one of those pathetic guys in lobbies who are always telling you about their big plans and to do something of shit, goddamn well they're never going to do. I'd rather just be in the lobby and just be in the lobby. To tell you the truth, sometimes I feel like I was worn out the minute I was born.
But you shouldn't say that about yourself. I think you have a lot of potential. I think you're a great person. I don't know, Jeff. What are you supposed to know if you're right and everybody else is wrong, or if you're just wrecking your own chances?
I wouldn't know. I never tried to do anything before.
Boom.